In a village nestled between rolling hills and a whispering wood lived a community bound by an unusual secret. Their town was known as the Village of Silent Souls, and its inhabitants were renowned for their eerie silence, not just to outsiders, but even amongst themselves. They never spoke of the past, not because they had nothing to hide, but because they feared awakening something best left undisturbed. Every full moon, though, as the clock tower chimed midnight, a circle of villagers would gather in the town square. They stood in a circle, each holding a flickering candle aloft, their faces illuminated by the dancing flames. This secret circle had been passed down through generations, and its purpose was as old as the town itself. They were listening, not with their ears, but with their hearts. For this was no ordinary listening. They were tuning into the voices of their ancestors, the spirits of the past that lingered around the old oak tree in the center of the circle. The oak was more than just a tree. It was a living archive of the town's history, its roots delving deep into the earth, bearing witness to centuries of memories. As the wind rustled through its leaves, it carried with it fragments of stories from days gone by. Lovers whispering sweet nothings under its canopy, children giggling as they climbed its branches, and the solemn prayers of townspeople seeking solace in its shade. Each voice that echoed from the oak was a piece of the town's heritage, and each full moon the villagers gathered to hear them. They listened for the joy, the sorrow, the hopes and dreams, and the warnings whispered by the wind. For some, it was a time of remembrance, a chance to connect with the past. For others, it was a reminder of the town's resilience, its ability to endure through the trials of time. And for a few, it was a moment of quiet contemplation, a time to reflect on the ephemeral nature of life and the enduring power of the human spirit. But there was more. As the night deepened and the flames flickered lower, casting long shadows around them, the villagers felt a profound connection to the spirits that walked among them. They could almost reach out and touch the whispers of the past, and in that moment, the boundary between the living and the dead seemed to blur. And when the first rays of dawn touched the horizon, the circle slowly began to fade away. The oak stood silent once more, its secrets safe in its ancient heartwood, and the villagers returned to their homes, carrying with them the echoes of the past. For in the Village of Silent Souls, the past was never truly gone. It lived on in the rustling leaves, the whispering wind, and most importantly, in the unbroken circle of those who dared to listen.